Hello and assalamu alaikum to all the students. Today I'm going to give you a basic and introductory class of Python. But before to begin, as we have already discussed in the previous class, I am talking about the Shard Digital Academy students. They have already taken my first class, which is the basic and the introductory class. So in this class, it is a revision for those students and a new and the very first class for the new students. So before to start the basics of Python, let me tell you about there's a concept in any programming language, and the concept is backend and frontend. Frontend is basically a user interface where a normal person can relate and can use those machines. Like Google is one of the software, so you can easily, as you can see on the screen, that this is the very simple interface of a Google, so that each and every person can use it. Whether the level of literacy, each and every person can relate and use it. So this is what we call the front end. Back end is basically for the programmers and for those who actually do their codings. So in case if I have to show you that where is the back end of the Google, so all you have to do is just to right click of your mouse and then see the option at the bottom, that is inspect. You have to click on it, and after this, can you see at the bottom of my screen, there's a lot of statements as well as mathematical equations. So this is basically the actual Google, and this is what we call the backend. Only programmer can understand it. So one thing you have come to know, that the backend is for only the one person who are programmer, and 90 for the rest of 99%, it for front end is basically for that. So again, now I'm going to start the first class of the Python, in which I will explain you how to generate the variable, how to print, how to interact backend, how to interact a person from the backend to the front end, and how to send the message from the backend to the front end. So initially, for the first few classes, I will explain you on the online Python compiler, which is not a good option, because once you go further in Python or in any programming language, so you need to have IDE, that is integrated development environment. And there are so many types of integrated development environment, but Visual Studio Code is basically by far the most popular nowadays. So I will explain you in the further classes. I will explain you how to install Visual Studio. It is already there on my YouTube channel, in case if you search how to install Visual Studio, and then we will work on Visual Studio. So for the first few classes, I will work on, as I told you, that it is for the extremely beginner students. So I am going to use online Python compiler. What do you have to do? You have to write on this search bar online Python compiler. Okay, so you will find the first option. There are other online compiler as well, but for me, the very best that what I have experienced so far is the Programiz. So you have to click on this Programiz option, and then you will see that the screen is split into two parts vertically. Can you see this vertical line at the middle of the screen? So on the left hand side, we call it as the back end, and the right hand side, we call it as the front end. Okay, the very first thing that I'm going to tell you, which is unlikely for you, that if you want to speed up yourself while doing work on computer, so mouse is not a good option. It is completely anti to your perception that you used to do on the normal basis, that the mouse is basically very fast, compare it with the keyboard, which is completely wrong for the programmers. So in case if I don't want to use my mouse, all I have to do is just to click somewhere if I want to delete the whole at once. So the first option is you can use it to the mouse, but I would prefer you have to learn the shortcuts. So click anywhere on the right hand side and then press Control, and while pressing remain pressing Control, you have to click on the A button, A for Apple as well, Control plus A, which means you don't have to press Control and A together. This is not a time to take the screenshot. So you have to press Control and remain there, and then press A, Control plus A, which means select all and then backspace. So you will delete all the stuff. The same thing you can do through the mouse as well. Okay, so the very first thing, that if I want to interact from the back end, to the front end, which means if I want to send any message from the back end to the front end, so I have to use the function that is print and then press this double bracket and then press inverted commas inside it. So whatever the thing I write in it, just in case if I write my name, that is Omair, and if I write print, I don't know, it is basically glitching a lot. Okay. Print Omair. And once I click on this run button, so it will show the message on the front end side as well. Omair. So that is how we print. But there's a thing. And the thing is that if you want to print something which is as it is, like there's no such value at the back of it. What does it mean by, just in case this is Omair. Now there's a mathematical equation, and but before telling it, I tell you how to generate the variable. It is as similar as the way you do in the mathematics, that x, I consider x as a variable, and what do you do in math? Then you insert is equal to, and then you give the value to the x. Right now I give the value to the x is 3. Now if I want to print the value of x, so if I write x inside the inverted commas and if I click on the run button, so it will not show me the value of the x, it will show me x as it is. So in case if something you want to print the value of it, if there's any variable which contains some sort of values and you want that value, not the variable name, so you have to print without the inverted commas. I hope you got my point. If you want to print x as it is, so you have to insert comma. Otherwise, if there's value at the back of the variable, so you don't need to press the inverted commas. So now this will show me 3. I hope it is clear now. Okay. So let's start with the basic stuff that I explained the Shah Digital Academy students, the how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. So I'm going to explain you it now one by one. Okay, so first I consider two variables. Like the first variable is a, I give the value which is 3. I generate another variable which is b, I give the value which is 4, and then I generate third variable which is c. Okay, and I create an equation that c is equal to a plus b. Okay, so if I print c variable without inverted comma, so it will give me the value of c. Right now, what is the value of c? C is basically the summation of a and b, and the value of a is 3 and 4. So 3 plus 4 would become 7. So it will show 7 on the front end. Clear? That is how you can add, subtract. Similarly, if I replace the value a4 with 3 and replace this positive sign with the negative 1, so it will show me 1, because 4 minus a is equal to 1. Okay, for multiplications, you have to insert this static, where you can find the static sign. Static sign is on the same button that shows 8, numeric 8, mathematical number 8. So it is on the same button. So what do you have to do? You have to press shift first and remain pressing shift, and then press 8 as well. So you will find this is static sign. So now this time this will multiply. So a multiplied by b, which means 4 multiplied by 3 is equal to 12. So it will show me the answer, which is 12. I hope it is clear now. And for the divisions, I change the value 12 and then 3. And for division, it is slash sign that tilts towards the right hand side, not the left hand side. Okay, so now it will show me the answer, which is 12 divided by 3. It is 4. And remember one thing, Python always, or any other programming language, always show the mathematical answer in the decimal form. If there is no decimal value, so it will show 4.0. Okay, so now the thing you do on the daily basis on the mathematics, that just in case if you had add these two values and those values are 4 and 3, you know the answer is 7. But you don't write the answer as it is. You actually first you write the statement so that the answer looks beautiful and the answer looks reasonable. Seems 7 as it is not a good thing to write. So you usually write the summation of two value is, and then you write the answer, which is 7 in this case. So how can I do in Python? So remember, whenever I have to write the statement, so I have to write these inverted commas. If I want to write anything as it is, which is a statement in this case, so I have to write this. So I would write the summation of two value is. And remember one thing, whenever you insert two different things, first statement and calling the variable, so you will have to insert this comma irrespective the position, whether you write whether first you write variable and then statement, or statement and then variables, you will have to insert this comma. So now it looks better, the answer will look better like this. The summation of two value is 7. So that is how you can write the statement. That's all about the plus, minus, multiply and divide. Or just in case, if you want to write the power, like 2 with the power of 3, what does it mean by 2 with the power of 3? Like if I write 2 with the power of 3, so you know it that 2 with the power of 3, which means you will have to write 2 3 times, and for this case the answer is 8. That even class 4 and class 5 student can understand this. So how can I write this? So for creating a power, you will have to insert this asterisk 2 times. So this will convert from multiplication to the power. I will change the sign as well. The answer of 2 with the power of 3, and then it will show me the result at the end. So the answer of 2 with the power of 3 is 8. So that is how we add, subtract, multiply in creating a power. I hope you understand the basic steps of the Python. Thank you. Goodbye.